Welcome to Basic Gardening Tips for Beginners. In this video, we will teach you how to plant Clematis Armandii. Sometimes called Armand's clematis, evergreen clematis, or Clematis Armandii is a perennial species of flowering vine grown for its starry, cream-colored flowers and glossy, green foliage. It is hardy in U.S. Department of Agriculture plant hardiness zones 8 to 10, where it can reach a mature height of about 20 feet with a dense, scrambling growth habit. Clematis Armandii starts easily from softwood cuttings if they are kept under very bright and humid conditions. The cuttings perform best and root fastest, however, when treated with powdered rooting hormone. The cuttings are taken in midsummer. Step 1. Water the Clematis Armandii vine deeply the midsummer night before you take a cutting for propagation. The vine must not be blooming prolifically. Watering the plant ensures the cutting stems and leaves will be hydrated. Step 2. Fill a 4-inch plastic pot with equal parts coarse sand, sterile compost, and perlite. Water the mixture, and press it gently to release its excess moisture. Step 3. Choose a 6-inch long tip of the Clematis Armandii vine to take for a cutting. Select one with plenty of young leaves at the tip, a flexible stem and no blossoms or buds. Snip the 6-inch long cutting 1/4 inch below a set of leaves using small scissors or shears. Step 4. Remove all leaves from the bottom 1/2 of the cutting to expose the growth nodes, which is where the leaves attached. Dust the cutting severed end with 0.1% indole butyric acid rooting hormone talc. Gently blow on the end to remove excess rooting hormone talc. Step 5. Poke a 3-inch deep planting hole in the center of the 4-inch pot's moist sand compost perlite mixture. Insert the rooting hormone dusted end of the cutting into the hole, and gently press the mixture against it. Pour a few spoonfuls of water around the stem space to settle the mixture. Step 6. Insert 2 wooden skewers vertically into the pot's mixture so they are on opposite sides of the pot. The skewers must stand taller than the cutting. Place a large, clear, plastic bag over the pot so it rests on the skewers. The plastic bag must not touch the cutting. Step 7. Place the potted cutting on a windowsill that receives bright, indirect sunlight for 8 to 10 hours each day and is in a location that stays above 70 F during every day. Shield the cutting from direct sunlight to prevent its dehydration. Step 8. Water the Clematis Armandii cutting whenever the top 1 inch of its potting mixture feels barely damp. Add the water in small increments until the top few inches of the potting mixture feels moderately moist. Avoid making the mixture sopping wet. Step 9. Mist the cutting with filtered water from a spray bottle every other day to keep the foliage hydrated. Using filtered water prevents mineral buildup on the leaves. Snip one corner of the plastic bag to increase airflow around the cutting if excess moisture beads on the bag's interior. Step 10. Check the cutting for roots 4 weeks after you potted the cutting. Pull gently on the cutting space to feel for resistance to the tugging movement, which implies roots formed. Remove the plastic bag after the cutting forms roots. Step 11. Transplant the Clematis Armandii cutting to a plastic pot filled with potting soil about 2 weeks after roots formed. Grow the plant under sheltered conditions outdoors for 2 weeks before planting it in a permanent garden bed that receives light shade and has fast-draining soil. That's the whole step to start planting Clematis Armandii flowers. Now you know how to plant Clematis Armandii. You can start planting. Happy planting! Thank you for watching. We hope you will like this video. If you do, please click like button and do not forget to comment and share. Also, subscribe to get other videos about basic gardening tips for beginners.